St. Monica is invoked by many suffering mothers who remember that famous phrase which a holy priest said to her: "The son of so many tears cannot be lost." She would not let him go. She followed him from Africa to Rome, from Rome to Milan. And there in Milan, Providence intervened. One event, very unexpectedly, was the way in which he was broken down to tears by the beauty of the liturgy in the cathedral. And then the influence of the Holy Bishop Ambrose, combined with the power of Monica's prayers, worked on him directly. And he yielded to the pull of grace with that famous phrase, "O beauty, ever old and ever new, too late have I loved thee." There are some dates in history which contain events, conversions and the like, which influence history itself, and the date of Augustine's baptism in 387 is one such. Much of Western history was influenced by this great writer, who left a whole library of powerful works in a style which is typically his. Each word is perfectly chiseled in the Latin, a great orator as well. The power of thought. But words are like leaves. Where they most abound, much depth of sense beneath is seldom to be found, and we who talk a lot do not realize that our words could be better orientated, and our written words too could have power. Wastage of energy. Once converted, every moment of Augustine's life was consecrated and used to the full. Not a word was lost or fell to the ground, and he influenced not hundreds but thousands, possibly even millions, over the centuries. I wrote the doctorate studying his rule in detail every word, and it is a model for sanctity, based on charity, short but to the point. Years ago, in the Carthusian life, I was aware of the power of words. Advice can be given and can orientate a life, for better or for worse. But also shortcuts can not be blessed. When people who are not mandated interfere in vocations, things can go a bit wrong. In the gospel of this day, one is reminded of the danger of concentrating upon details and forgetting the essential. It can happen when people are not with the grace of state to do something, that is to say, orientated by obedience to be in a certain state and role, then they cannot presume that that grace is going to come. I remember how often corrections were being given by people who did not have the role, and they would be on details, putting a candidate in difficulty on the major issue, which was far more important. And it can be our case as well. We lash out and expend energy in all directions and we're not always asked to do so. We're asked to be at our post and do what is requested of us at that post, and for that alone we are given grace, not for someone else's role. I remember hearing this as a warning in the Carthusian order. One can use one's time in cell to do other things and not do what one is there for. And a quote was given from a dying Carthusian in another house. J'ai gaspillé ma vie à faire trop de choses. I have wasted my life doing too many things. I wrote these words reflecting on that warning. What is this life? There is too much to do on earth, and more than need be done is done by all that do too much to do all well. For this one law of patient moments old, that ancients knew, the new-found sound of man can ill contain, and waning is the moon that should have known to slowly be, to wholly be again what once it calmly was, to days outblown. O Master of the energies of flesh, that twitch and chatter all a loudest day, that held a bulging load, what did enmesh the very brain that breathed, till it should pay a debt too heavy to a great machine that had no power to stop, till all had been.